Brantley here with Bob Frisch today. Welcome to another edition of the Independent Sponsor Update, brought to you by Frisch Capital Partners. Every day, Frisch Capital is helping independent sponsors around the country put together the capital that they need to purchase their companies. So, Bob,
yes,
let's talk about how independent sponsors get paid. The question everybody wants to know the answer to. How do we benefit from a given transaction?
independent sponsors are in a unique position. We've talked about the letter of intent. They get the letter of intent. The seller wants to sell them their company. That's incredibly valuable. They need to get paid for that, and they do get paid. The capital sources are more than willing to pay handsomely to someone that already has a deal. They need to do deals. Independent sponsor has a deal. Perfect marriage. Independent sponsor gets paid and paid well.
Okay, so how do they get paid?
Well, it's interesting because they get paid in basically three different ways. One, they get paid for something. They get a fee. They literally get a fee at closing. This is fantastic. Think about it. You're an independent sponsor. You've gone and negotiated a good deal, hopefully a great purchase price with the sellers of a company. Now you need to get that deal financed, and there's a lot of capital sources out there. We are in the market every day with the capital sources that are going to come into the transaction. They do not have a problem paying the independent sponsor a fee at closing. They're more than happy to do that. They pay them a very handsome fee at closing. That's cash at closing. So
it's just a fee for having the LOI.
Correct.
Gotcha.
So if the deal gets done at closing, that independent sponsor will get a fee.
Okay.
That fee has a range and usually is somewhere between 2 and 3% in that ballpark, depending on the size of the deal and things of that nature.
Okay.
But they can get that fee at closing.
All right.
That's the first way they get paid.
All right.
The second way they get paid is they're as on an annual basis, depending how involved the independent sponsor is. But even if he's not that involved, he can get a fee on an annual basis. That fee isn't a closing fee. That's called a management fee. And the independent sponsor gets that fee each year end. Might be on a quarterly basis, might be on semi-annual basis, and he gets a fee. Now, a lot of independent sponsors are involved with the companies. They oversee the management. They're kind of between the capital sources and the management at the company, so they actually earn the fee. But even if you don't earn the fee, you can insist that you get some sort of fee. Might not be as great as the other management fee if you were involved with the company, but it's still a very nice fee. That's called the management fee.
And that one's either going to be a fixed amount or a percentage of the EBITDA.
Yes, either one. Percentage
Gotcha.
of the EBITDA, the earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, amortization. Yes, a percentage of that or a fixed amount.
Gotcha.
Now that fee, if things don't go well, they have the right to block that. But think
Sure.
about it. They need their interest if they're a lender. The equity players, they want to know. On the other hand, they're not that quick to block that fee because especially if you're in a supra executive, you're overseeing the management for them, then the last thing they want to do is have you not have a vested interest in continuing watching the company or being involved.
Gotcha. So a fee for bringing the deal to the table at closing, a management fee. What's the third way?
The third way is you're going to get what's known as a promote. You're going to get equity in the deal. Okay, there's enough capital out there and they're competing for your deal, assuming you've negotiated a good purchase price, and we've talked about that in other videos, but assuming, and we brought in a lot of competition, and that's where the rubber really hits the road.
Gotcha.
That amount of equity you literally get for free. As an independent sponsor, because you have the deal, you get a certain amount of equity for free. And that equity amount goes up with better and better performance on usually. So, just to sort of give an example, you might get started 10% and go up to 15 or 20 or 25 or 30% of the company with better and better performance, okay? Now, some people out there will sit there and say, 30%, that's outrageous. We'll never give an independent sponsor 30%. Well, I disagree with that. We're often getting our independent sponsors, in our company anyway, that and more many times because it's an inefficient market. It's a market where if you bring in competition and you have them bidding to work with our independent sponsor, and those people that have the deal gets better and better for the independent sponsor. But that's the third way. They get equity in the deal.
All right, so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 3 ways independent sponsors get paid. The first way is in a fee upon a successful closing for having the LOI. Second one is a management fee, and the third one is equity in the form of a promote, which can vary greatly based on the inefficiencies of the market and how well you get somebody like Bob over here to help negotiate a great promote for you in the process. All right, guys, check us out online. Click the links below to watch our other videos to learn how you can become an excellent independent sponsor and have incredible success in your journey through the years. And also check out Frisch Capital at frischcapital.com. That's Frisch capital.com. Thanks again for watching. Check us out next time. Have a good day. See you, Bob.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks.